Okay.
Hey, Mark, how's it going?
Good. Happy Friday.
Yes, beautiful Friday, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's nice. So we're going to jump right in here to get things going. So we got the July numbers for Barrie. We want to go through for the viewers. Glancing at them, not studying them, but better than June's numbers, which kind of okay, down 9% transactions. So not bad, right? Year to date, we're down 7. So not bad. Prices are still holding up okay. I took a snapshot from the Toronto Real Estate Board, average days on market. Again, this is the average. So if people are thinking, well, oh, I'm saying that it's $1 million properties and over are selling 27 days. No, that's actually about 129 days. And many of them are still sitting collecting dust. So this is the average. So again, some are selling quicker, some aren't. We're seeing sale price, list price coming in at 98%. Not bad. As we always say, Diane, if the property's priced for today's market, it usually sells.
Well, and not only that, the sales are definitely not down as bad.
Yep.
Like last July, not 194, this 176,
Yep.
down 9.2%.
Yep.
But July is like a slow month anyway, normally.
It is. It is. Right. Big holidays. We're midway through August now. Week 2, coming out of a long weekend last weekend. Big holiday month as well. And then we got the kids going back to school, and we're going to start seeing some listings come up mid-August. I have a few things coming up in mid-August and September. So there's still a lot of inventory. When we look at the inventory levels,
Well, the inventory levels are still horrific. Now, there was 510 last year, 777 this year. We're up 34%.
that's
But
number
we were up 36% in June.
of inventory over year, right?
Yeah, so we're actually down a bit.
Down a bit. Yeah, that's okay. And we're going to see that people will get some especially at some different ranges if things aren't selling. It's common for people to just take it off the board. I'll wait till the fall market. I'll relist in mid-September, right?
And the average price 781, 584, 768, 828.
Right. Down 7.
And that's, well, yeah, but I mean, I think you and I both know it's because the cheaper ones are selling.
That's right. Folks, don't go on, and viewers don't go on this. It's just the average. It fluctuates up and down based on inventory levels sold in different price range categories. So if there was a bunch of $1 million plus, that number would be up. But the market is still driven by lower priced properties, even though the rates have come down twice, right? I don't think we're going to see traction, Diane, until we see another full point, maybe a point and a half. Then we might get some interest. I think that market that I'm speaking to is in February, March of 2025. Well, we should probably have 2 more decreases between now and then. So let's just see, before we dive into the numbers. And again, I know we did a video on, but I'm going to touch base on it in case people didn't watch that. The feds came out August 1st about 30-year amortization for new construction. Well, we got 777 listings here in Barrie, and they don't qualify for that program because it has to be new construction, which makes no sense. That it's not going to help out the first-time home buyer one damn bit. It's just going to, to be honest, Dan, it's going to piss them off. Pisses
Yeah, I
me off.
know.
It just pisses me off huge. So
well, and the year-to-date sales last year were 1496, and now they're 1383. And last year, well, we'll see, but by the end of last year, it was like the slowest in 20-something years.
yeah,
So we're still down, and actually that increased to minus 7.6 or negative 7.6, and last month it was 5.5.
well, yeah, that number will continue to go as we get through, third quarter stuff and months. And if it's continuing down, it's going to be kind of interesting to see, after the holidays are done, kids back to school, where things are going to go in the marketplace, right? So why don't you take us through the categories of solds, and then we'll look at some active listings and ranges and chat about those where we can see the numbers.
So between 5 and 600, 10 this year in July, last year 15, down 33%.
And that's cheap listings. And again, with that 5 to 6, we don't see, in fairness to that price point,
There's only 16 active.
right. We don't, that's more of, hey, those listings sell every day of the week. We just don't have enough of them. So
That's right. So between 6 and 7, 34 this year, 52 last year,
Okay.
down 35%.
Okay.
7 to 8, 52 this year, 78 last year, down 33. And then 8 to 9, 38 sales, 54 last year, down 29. And in that, see, the other thing in that category, like 7 to 8, we have 121
It's a lot of
active
profit.
listings and 52 sold.
So,
In
so
eight-
60% are sitting collecting dust. Why?
yeah, 115 in the 8 to 9 range and 38 sold.
Right.
It's even worse. And then 9 to a million, we 13 last year, 28.
Yeah. Yeah.
54% decrease and 92 on the market.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So-
over a million last year, 37, this year, 24, active 199, 35% down.
And so let's talk about the million and we'll pick a couple things. So in that million and
So
over,
what is that percentage?
you're looking at about 12% of the inventory without even grabbing my calculator is selling in that range. So what's the other, 90 less than 88% doing?
Yeah,
This is
it's
problem,
88. That's exactly what it is.
right?
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know. That's kind of horrifying though.
I know, and again, I'm going to say it again. It's probably like a broken record, but again, the pricing is really wrong. We have a lot of sellers out there today that have a hard time understanding this market.
Mark, you know what? I've come to the conclusion after all this and all our talking about it all the time and watching all these listings, they're not motivated.
They're not motivated at all.
No.
We'll go through some motivated people.
Like what I think it
Not
is
motivated people.
that
That's
their
not-
mortgage is coming up for renewal next year. They're sticking it out there. Anybody that's not desperate, they're just checking it. They're just sitting there.
Yeah, it's not. There has to be a motivation to sell in this market. If there's no motivation, don't sell, folks. Right? Because this again, it's not a market to test the waters, and that's 2 years ago. Waters don't need to be tested right now. You're getting nothing, and you got to keep your home clean for the odd 1 or 2 showings you're getting a month or whatever a week. What a waste of time.
I'm trying to get on Treb. Yeah, like if you're motivated, even the one I just listed, Mark, it's been 2 weeks now and she already messaged today. We're messaging back and forth. Tomorrow, next week, we're going to have a discussion on what we're going to do, if we're going to do anything. And it's only been 2 weeks, but we're not messing around. So
Yeah.
like if you're motivated, you're going to do something.
Right. And in fairness to your client and yourself, is that the listing is relatively new. You listed it week
slow
before,
time.
long weekends. It's normal.
And you didn't think it was you saw it. It's not priced terribly.
Price is fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the timing, right? It's summer.
Yeah.
Right. It's gonna happen. So what do we got here? So we
8 to 900. 115.
What's 158? 115. Okay.
Mhm.
So do you want to go to the million category? Because we're just chatting about that. Because we want to look at
Well, look at this. Hold on.
it's 2 and 1. Kind of
Yeah.
high.
800.
Not an 8.
Okay. This is not a very big house.
So pull up we'll go through it. We'll pick, what we'll do is we'll pick a couple things, Diane, in the categories, and we'll pull some histories. To me, this price is this is not $800,000 house. It's just not. It's 2 and 1. I do like the layout. Some people don't like that layout. I do.
It's an Appaloosa. I don't like it.
But it 25 days, it's way over. To me, that's overpriced. Without even pulling up comparables, I don't need to. There's not, a buyer's not going to walk in and give you 8. And I bet if you pull the history on it, It'd be interesting to see if it's been listed before.
Nope.
Nope, okay, well, we're gonna see that change though, because it's just way too high. Even if it was
Well, the thing is, it's cute.
but who
It's
cares?
just that the square footage isn't there.
Not there. It's not there. There's not a buyer.
Because like this one, you have the living room on the bottom kind of, and you have a little sitting room off your kitchen. This is your upper floor, and then you have a family room below, and your bedrooms and your bathroom are here, 2 bedrooms and a bath. So like this is like this area is pretty flippin' small.
It's tight,
It's tight.
right? It's not an 8. And
No.
I keep saying it. Price it to sell. Ask your agent or to say, please provide me why it's an $800,000 house. I'd like to see a couple comparables on this. Not goddamn actives. Actives mean shit. I want to see solds on this. What do we got here?
809 Alaskan Heights.
How much?
809.
Oh, 809. Okay. Well, good luck on that one too. It's too high. A lot of carpet.
Well, it's small.
Look at the pictures.
Yeah, I gotta get Gracie something here.
No finished basement. Inner cave. Home is not ready. Not presented at all. How many days on market in that thing? I remember seeing that come 57.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you know. I don't think there's history on it. So again, we've got 2 for 2 that we feel that they're overpriced in this marketplace today.
River Ridge.
In the short. 93 days of market.
3 bedroom, 3 bath, 15 to 2,000 square feet. Nicer area.
We've seen this before. Very, very boxy. It's old. It's outdated. It's too much money.
I don't think for Innisfil it's terrible. 819.
Hmm.
Oh,
There we go. There we go. There we go.
oh,
There we go. There we go.
a lot of work.
Much work. It almost looks like it's a power sale. Should pull the history on that. I mean, just to see.
Hey, viewers, close your eyes. Nope, it's not.
Hey, what history? I want to pull except 93 days. Well, history might as well.
Yeah.
It's too much money. It's too much money. The way it shows. So we've looked at 2 properties, now 3 that haven't been really presented well. I hope you find one that's presented well that we can say, you know, it's priced properly, shows well, professional photos.
Okay, Mayfair Drive, 3 bed, 2 bath. Mayfair is kind of a 848.
Yep. Decent area.
Nice area.
I hate just seeming like we're all negative, but if it's not
It's
priced
just
properly,
small. I mean, it's cute, Mark. The updates are okay.
just okay. They don't wow me. How much is this?
No.
878? 878?
I gotta get this dog. 848.
Mm. Yeah, it's, you know, but when we look at those numbers, folks, in the range, that buyer today has a lot of choice, and you have to.
I mean, the area's nice.
Area is nice, but look at the inventory. There's 115 listings, Diane, from 8 to 9. Do you think they have a lot of choice today?
I know.
Sure do. Sure
There's
do.
lots.
Lots. So, you know, we just keep seeing it. The pricing is really not for today's market. And it just seems like who's given communication? Who's telling the sellers, hey, why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? Why don't we maybe move the broom and dustpan off out of the pictures and put some lights on it and hire a professional photographer? Because this is just, to me, this is just plain old lazy real estate. This is nicely presented. You know,
Mark, this one's 878. It's over 2,000 square feet. It's a big, it's a pretty,
it's a pretty big house.
oh,
Blue. I'd be ripping that out.
big bedroom.
Hmm?
Look at the closets, double closets on both sides to the bathroom.
Yeah. There's some money to be spent upstairs. It's got some square footage. Right, you do up the bathrooms a little bit.
And this is on Raymond around the corner from Eaglestone.
No, Raymond's in the southeast.
Is it? You sure?
But I don't think that's badly priced.
I don't think that's badly priced either.
No, that's a pretty good sizable home, right? First view. 20,
Young,
35.
yeah, Young Street, Madeleine.
Yeah.
But that's
So,
not, I don't think that's a terrible price.
no, no, needs some bit of updates, but I don't think the price is that bad. Let's check the history. But I want people to think if if their property is currently listed right now, they need to really think.
$8.99 has started at in October of 23, stayed there till November, terminated, came back up in July, $8.79.
So we still haven't got the price point. I don't think it's bad. Same agents doing it by looking at the brokerage, but it's really important, folks. If your property is listed today and you've got 60 days under 70 days on market, you need to revisit some of these actives. You need to know what is going on in that 8 to 9 range as an example, wherever your property fits in, and see how you compare to presentation and price. But don't get too caught up on this act. Well, they're priced at this, so I'm okay. Can't get that, doesn't cut it.
Mark, $8.79.
Where's this?
Blue Forest.
Yeah, I'd be risky buying anything over there today with what's going on. That's too high. It's too high.
$8.79.
Not seeing those type of properties get that. Not even back on then. Maybe 8, but I think with the development, situation it's in right now, I don't know. I took my seller over my buyer there a little bit.
95 days.
It's way too priced, way too high. I question that's even an 8 right now.
And it's been there since it hasn't changed price.
Change price, right? So like the location, like that it's got some size, and I do like the layout.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, how motivated are they if they've been there for over 3 months and they haven't changed anything?
That's right. So the buyers, that's the thing. Are we waiting? Are they going to say, well, we'll let it sit there till we see some rates come down? Well, that doesn't mean that demand's going to come flying back right away.
Oh, you know what? I had one client in February saying, Diane, the interest rates are going to start dropping the next month or two. Like, I'm going to be able to get more money.
Oh, no, you're not.
No, unfortunately, that isn't happening.
Not with this inventory sitting there. What are you at now? What are you pulling up now?
6 to 7.
Okay, how many listings? 79. That's a low range in a sense that we've seen lots of activity in, but to me that's 6 to 7 range got more than ever inventory. And I want to go back and to the sales there, because that's a really affordable range. Let's just, so then we can just help the viewer out with that.
34.
34. Got
52 last time.
So 47, 46% of the inventory is selling.
Yeah, but the thing is with this range too, like, look at, you got Ross Street.
Oh,
You got Barrett Crescent up in Letitia. You got a brand new Pumpkin Corner. Then you got, a Tunbridge. You got one around the corner from me on Edge Hill.
Yep.
Doris Drive.
Yep.
Like, we got quite a variety in all over the city, actually, in this price range.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
There's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Pull up the Andy and Land at 687, which is just good luck. It's overpriced. Jesus. Best to 639 sell at best today. It's
You
40K.
think so?
I do. Uh-huh. Mhm.
Is there a fee?
Oh, no, no backyard.
Oh, no backyard.
Yep. There's your backyard.
I see.
Right. At best, it's just 639. New listing. Great, great. Pretty excited. Great.
The
What do you
same price.
on Brown Bear? We seen that 2 weeks ago. At least this has a backyard.
Well, that's another thing, you know, if you're looking at that one and then you're looking at this one,
But again, I can't make heads or tails because the agent took them with the iPhone.
I know.
So you're not showing the property. You're not doing yourselves.
It's not even a bloody yard, and I know there's a yard because you live there.
So 689, too high. Let's go back to that. I want to go back to that one. Can you pull it back up? I just want to see, I want to see.
I don't like it because I can't see nothing.
We don't understand it. Well, that's our point. We don't understand the listing because we know it's brown bear. We can't get our heads wrapped around it. Right? Like, is that the master?
I assume that's a master because there's a walk-in closet.
Then we don't see any ensuite on there. Basement's not finished. So
That's the living room, I gather.
I think so. Like that I could put together. You know what blows me away is why are sellers settling for shit? Why are why are sellers settling for this type of service today?
Because it's 1% probably.
Well, I don't care. Well, I'll do it for 1% and I'll do a better job than that. Like, whoa,
There you go. In Toronto.
you know, it's really important, folks.
A lot of people have friends or know people or whatever, or it's a relative in Toronto, or it's my cousin's friend, and they give them a break on commission
Not
and
about
they
the
get
commission.
shit service.
Yep. It's about the service and what that agent is going to do for you and sell your property and guide you. You paid for that. I don't care what anybody says. You pay for service today. I'm more than willing to pay for service today on anything. I get good products, I get service, I'm willing to pay. I don't care. I don't want the cheapest dude out there or gal out there selling property for me with lack of experience and lack of knowledge in the marketplace. Not in your life. So we're
I'm
finding
trying to
again,
find one.
I can look at a bunch of these and I'm going overpriced, not even pulling them up. I like the street, like the area.
Too much, 679.
Right. Too much. 25 days of markets, too much. We're not seeing a lot
I'm
of,
trying to find something that is a good price.
I know. So it goes back to the price thing that holy cow. And that's why, Dan, the market's not moving very much because it's overpriced so much.
Yeah,
This real market,
this
and
one's horrible too. Well, I mean, look at the kitchen cupboards,
I know it's rough. It's got some wear and tear signs on it.
and it's got that weird layout. And it's 674.
Yeah,
2+1 bedroom.
there's a market. I know, same as the other one that we saw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah,
I can't find any.
how right now? Hit the next page.
I've gone through 3 pages.
Um,
I've gone through 3 pages and I know these areas and they're not good.
okay, put Heritage Court. Because I saw one on there. Oh, there's the one I sold right there. And we got 699. And ours was dialed up. I'm telling you, dialed up. Dialed up. When did that sell? That sold again. That's several months ago.
March.
Oh no, back January.
You sure it was January?
Uh, I think so.
February? Oh, the backyard's rough.
So Peter Veronica did a beautiful job on theirs. Oh, great court, great location. Love everything about it. Just don't love the price point. How many days in market? Like to see the history on that.
14.
I bet it's more.
Nope.
So what's the agent? I think the folks should go over after
Bears.
this video and watch our video on, we talk a lot about agents and stuff like that, and it's a really good knowledgeable video. And I know this video might seem negative to a lot of viewers, but I think I'm just being honest about the pricing in the community. It's a wreck. And the standard and quality of presentation, and it just shows that the guidance and direction isn't there. Again, thanks for the iPhone pictures, appreciate it. Imagine you're flipping through this, Dan, and it's your listing and you're hearing these comments for the first time.
Well, you hate us.
Well, hate the age, don't hate us, hate them. Like, that's not a bad price on Greer, I don't think.
The problem is, yeah, it was on Greer, it was $649, but it was one of the ones where the garage is built in and the living room is 9x9.
Yeah, I know, layouts.
That's a tough sell. It's too tight.
Too tight. So we've gone through a couple of categories and ranges. We can honestly say.
There was a couple okay priced.
Yeah, there was. Couple.
Not many.
This is not uncommon. We used to really see it in the higher ranges. Now it's creeped the pricing, the mispricing is creeped into lower price points. Now we're seeing it because the inventory is not turning. Inventory is increasing. So I'm listing one on Bibby Court, and I got to do a video for my guy. I still don't think we're 649. I'm gonna sell it in a week because he's done so much nice work. I don't think he's on 679. He's on 669. He may get 659 if someone competes on it, because we'll be priced for the market. He doesn't want it sitting there collecting dust. So I have to do a bit of homework on that, but I don't think I'm far off in the price. So anything else we can tell our sellers and buyers out there today?
Well, I think the market's slow. I think it's the time of year.
Yep.
I am seeing, like, I am getting showings on mine.
Yeah, you're okay.
So, I mean, it's slow, but I think it's going to pick up. I think we're going to keep seeing the interest rate drops.
It's going to pick up. I think so too. And I think that some sellers should go and reevaluate their listing.
If you're more, listen, yes.
Go back and say, I'm listening to Diana Mark here and they're telling me we're overpriced. Please help me out and tell me we are or we're not, and back it up.
Well, the other thing is, regardless of, you don't even need to do that. Okay. What you need to do is, if I've been listed 60 days and I'm not getting showings, you're either way too high or your pictures and your presentation suck.
Well, that's it. So I think a CMA would help solve some problems with that. More focusing on not what's listed.
I don't agree with you. I'll tell you why. Because the guy that called me a couple weeks ago, he kept sending me, look at this listing. It's sold for $915. I said, okay, well, look at this one that's sold for $870. Then he says, look at this one that's sold for $925. And I said, oh, look at this one that's sold for $865. For every high one, I can get you a low one, buddy. I told him that.
Yeah, but that's the pricing though. I seen that in the condos.
Yeah. Like you can't just cherry pick the unicorn or the 2 or 3 that sold high. You got to look at the lows too. And people don't do that. They only look at the high things on House Sigma. They just look at, oh my God, this sold for this sold for that. Well, how about you look at the low ones?
You got to look at it all, folks. You got to look at it all. I'm big on a CMA. I'm big on solds. I go to clients, prop homes, and I show them what's active in the market, how we compare. We look at price points, but it all happens with what is selling in the marketplace, not what is listed in the marketplace. Because inventory, we've gone through the numbers. We've seen the inventory levels high in all ranges today. We're seeing.
Well, and I tried to explain to him, when you have people, when there's 120 listings out there, and I said, and this one's 25,000 higher than yours, but it's stunning, and I have to do nothing.
Well, that's the thing.
25,000 on a mortgage payment is nothing.
Peanuts.
It's peanuts. So why wouldn't I go pay the 25,000 more and do nothing? I don't have to paint the whole house. I don't got to update the whole kitchen. I don't got to redo get rid of the carpets. I don't have to do anything, and it's $25,000 more.
I know.
when you look and compare prices and look and compare listings, people, if you say, well, it would only cost somebody 50,000 to update this whole house. Well, people better be saving more than $50,000 to it's because why am I gonna take it on? I might as well pay 50,000 more and go buy the one done.
It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier. No
So
headache.
you gotta give me a good break on that price, way more than 50,000 if that's what it's gonna cost for me to take it on.
100%.
Otherwise, I'm not gonna take it on. I'll go buy one done.
100%. Okay, I think we've wrapped it up. I think we've got some good information. Their numbers don't lie, folks. Remember that. So have a great
Perfect.
weekend, and we'll talk soon.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Bye.